Good morning, good morning, good morning. Feeling like somebody's got something to say this morning. Let's get into one of my talking decks here. See what we're dealing with before we get into the reading. I want to pick up an energy. If y'all can hear me, I'm trying to be quiet. People are sleeping. Oh no, I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Okay. All that we are is a result of what we have thought. I don't know is an acceptable answer. Someone is going through some epiphanies right now. I get that there's a lot of shift in their thinking, in their being, in the way they operate, right? Someone's gone through some sort of awakening phase, right? And now it's like that restructure, reorder, questioning everything. It's like this energy of knowing to not knowing. All you are is a result of what you thought. Realizing that and now being like, well, now what are you going to do? It's like, I don't know. A dream is merely a dream until you put it into action. I get the universe is trying to mess with me. I refuse to engage. Dream is merely a dream until you put it into action. Well, if you never put anything towards it, of course it's never going to happen. Patience is bitter, but the fruit is sweet. Your heart is free. Have the courage to follow it. What is the deal with my phone today? Hold on. What the hell? This is my regular super mix. I guess that's kind of why I like Becky, really. I don't know, my phone is on like a plies kick this morning. Old 90s R&B rap. Messed up. It's ridiculous. Sorry. That's probably just rude and distracting to y'all. Gives you a bit of the energy that I'm picking up. Somebody might have been into that for y'all too. He'll only leave you better off. Oh, through dangers untold and hardships unnumbered. Our love is like the wind. I can't see it, but I can feel it. Penguins stand for dreams and help you through hard times. If you're mad, get mad. Don't hold it all inside. Behold the most complicated peanut butter sandwich. Oh, it's been a while since I've picked up those energies. Behold the most complicated peanut butter sandwich. I'm not sure who exactly started that or who was the first person that was quoted saying, humans will complicate a peanut butter sandwich, right? And I always love that quote, and then one day I'm scrolling through Facebook, and of course it's a meme, right? And someone has checkered layered, like lines of jelly one way, lines of peanut butter another way, and then when you turn it and put it together, it's like every bite is a different peanut butter sandwich. And I was like, behold, the world's most complicated peanut butter sandwich. We all are, and but that gets into the you are what you think you are, right? We all are a result of what we have thought. Somebody created the most complicated peanut butter sandwich. Why is my lighting is just awful? I really, the bags really weren't that bad just a minute ago. I know, I'm so bad. One of these days I'm going to figure out this lighting. It's kind of because the lights are right here. Those are actually the mean lights. See if I turn them off. But I'd rather see the cards, so y'all just gonna have to deal with me not in perfect lighting and looking like a real life person, right? Downcasted pride. That's been a big energy coming up lately too. You know, it's that whole ego death thing. Nobody wants to end up alone, right? That's never the goal in life. Lightning, power. And it's that pride. And really the pride that I've been picking up lately is like, and this is really what makes people make things a lot more complicated. You were designed to need people. It's something that I've been saying for a very long time, and it seems to get thrown out because it's not what people want to hear. And, you know, and I get that we all, you know, there's importance of having independence. Like, I'm a firm supporter of, like, you know, if you're married, you should always have your own bank account with your own savings, with, you know, the money that only you have access to, right? Just as, like, safety nets and precautions. But in the end, people need people. You need others to survive. And it goes all the way back to, what am I picking up? It was some human psychiatry course or whatever, and she asked her students, you know, what was the first signs of civilization? Being civilized, right? And it wasn't the wheel, and it wasn't the monetary system, and it wasn't even forming villages and things like that. It was a healed femur bone on a human. And they were like, well, why is that significant? She goes, because this person had a broken leg. And at one point in time in the animal kingdom, for most animals, a broken leg is a death sentence. Right? But in this case, it showed a healed femur bone, which means someone had to go and provide food for this person. Someone had to provide medical treatment, perhaps, or at least brought them food and water and cared for them while they couldn't move on this leg to the level of healing that it was able to get. It's 6 to 8 weeks to heal a femur. And it's just the objective of, you know, that's the first sign of civilization. What, you didn't just write off somebody because they couldn't keep up anymore. You know what I'm saying? And the second signs of it were skulls. People started getting older. They started getting to the point where they'd lose their teeth. And they were like, some of these skulls are showing where you get bone loss from losing your teeth. And they were like, and in those times, for the cooking methods that they had, these people had to have had someone chewing for them to make sure that they ate. And one of the hardest things for the ego is accepting help. A lot of people, I mean, they can't accept help. They will find ways to reject help. Like, and it's an ego thing. It's like, what, they're used to being the helper. They're used to being the one that does everything. They're used to being the one with the answer. And it's an ego death. Right? There's a lot of misconceptions, especially out there in, like, the manosphere and all that other stuff that's like, you have to make it before you can have your partner. I have to say, I have to give Rich credit on that one. I was a little off-put at first when he went from dating, I don't know, women in their mid to late 30s to suddenly dating a 23-year-old off of Instagram. But I totally forgave him when I saw him and her flying out to finally go get his kids. I was pissed when I saw him start dating that chick and then taking her to fucking Disneyland while he had kids out there. I was like, that's shitty. You know your kids probably watch you, right? And then to flip that, like within, I think even a couple of weeks, they were on a plane to go get his kids, and I forgave him at that point. And they were able to build together, right? Anybody who followed along with that journey, if you're an OG of mine, you've definitely heard of him. So, and then you've got David. David just finally found that chick. We watched him go through a whole bunch of relationships. Sorry, I just watched them on Monday. Well, I watched like the last 30 minutes of them. I got the King of Cups here, right? Every rose has its thorn energy here. Someone's a little defensive of their heart, right? There we go. We got that delusional energy there. And like underneath it's the Ace of Cups, right? Six of Wands. There's a victory over this, though. And then we got the Queen of Wands here at the end. All right. So definitely picking up a little bit of the ego energy here. Not just the ego energy, with the Seven of Cups, the way it laid out. The Seven of Cups for me is always like illusions and delusions, and the way that when I picked it up, I saw the Ace of Cups underneath it. It was a great video that I saw from Richard Grannon the other day, and it was talking about how the initial, like, we all love bomb ourselves at the beginning of relationships. Like, we just do. It's part of the dopamine. It's part of, like, whatever the hell's going on in between our brain and our heart. You know, the little heart center gets going and all that other jazz. And they're like, there's a correlation, you know, where there's some fantasy. And I always say I forget the comedian's name, but he talks about that. He's like, you get married and it's like, I'm this girl. Or they're like, when you're dating, you're like, I'm this girl. And then I'm this boy. And it's like, and then after a while, like, for him, he's like, when you get married, you're like, okay, can we drop the fucking act now? And it's like, kind of, that's the kind of energy that's going on here. It's like, there's this illusion of what a person is, right? And we always talk about it only lasts about 3 months before masks start falling off, right? And I got this energy with the way this King of Hearts came out. It's like he was a little bit defensive. There's some sort of, I guess there was some sort of energy of, yeah, this might be too good to be true. Because they were a little guarded over their heart. This did affect them a lot. There was a victory over this illusion, though. Yeah. I get that, like, so much of, like, she's not a siren, she's not a siren, she's just a bad bitch. Is that what my energy is today? Why? Are you on this big kick? I didn't. You know what, I'm just going to switch over to the other one. I can't concentrate when you're going to be going from really sappy country songs to random Savage Garden. I can deal with that. Something was kept a secret. There's definitely been a completion of a cycle about this connection. Ace of Cups, Three of Swords, Two of Cups reversed. See, the Four of Wands is weird in this deck, right? Right, they got the Sun reversed. Ace of Cups under this one, right? Look how they're on either side of it, right? It's like, and it says completion on this, and the Four of Wands is usually, Four of Wands is the marriage card. It's the unity card, right? It's even on the definitions. Yeah, completion. But in this one, it's just weird that they have the wheel there in between them. It doesn't look like a Four of Wands card. It looks like a Wheel of Fortune card. Right? And I get like the kind of energy of trying to find a balance, but only can find the balance on either side of a divide. I get that the energy here was extremely intense for sure. There's definitely been some sort of worry about third-party situations, how other people are involved in these connections. That raises a lot of fear, things like that. That definitely add to the energy below. right? Could have been the masculine or the feminine here that was worried. It could have been both. You could have been mirroring each other. There's definitely the Two of Cups reversed. It came to an end, right? It's like there was some sort of weird impasse here. Four of Cups, Ace of Cups, Three of Wands, the Hangman, Seven of Cups. There is some sort of energy here. I get someone was afraid of being addicted to somebody's energy. They're waiting for some sort of opportunity now because they're on the outside. We got this Seven of Cups energy again. Let's get more on that. The illusions and delusions, shattering these illusions and delusions. This hermit is, I get this hermit is coming to grips with shattering these illusions and delusions, right? It's like they've hermited themselves, but they're kind of watching this Empress, right? But at the same time, right? Now this is on the 5D, so you guys are seriously connected if it's still resonating up in this point. Look at them. This is how they're laying down. Look at them. I don't notice them over there. They don't notice me over here, right? Get the Three of Cups here. Could be possible, but you got the Eight of Wands between you. You just got distance. You could be sitting in the same room and still have distance with somebody. Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, Six of Coins. I get that the feminine has given a lot to this connection, right? And that might be a lot of the issue. I get a lot of communication issues here, right? We get that letter in between the Six of Pentacles and this card. So instead of like even sharing resources or a give and take of money and being generous in that, there's some sort of, I get verbal communication or written communication. Like it just wasn't happening. Like somebody just wasn't a good communicator. Unfortunately, with the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands, right? I like that. According to a little cheat sheet that I made the other day, it says knows magic and knows compassion, knows understanding. This is a different way of seeing the cards. Got the Strength and the Knight of Cups. The masculine's trying to get up some energy here. What are they trying to get some energy up to do? Speak. Pandora's got jokes. Be like, what, you don't want to listen to dirty rap songs? I should have used my sex magic deck. Is the full moon coming up? Is that what it is? It's spring and the full moon's coming up and everybody's got this meteor shower and all this other crazy stuff in Aquarius. Sorry, that was crazy. Town lollipop porn popped up. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I got Three of Swords, Five of Coins, the Lovers, Two of Cups upright, Two of Wands. Yeah. There was worried about third-party situations. That's what caused the separation and the distance. Both of these people are out in the cold, right? This is a super intense connection. You saw me shuffle, right? Two of Wands. It's going to take, it's going to take both y'all's magic to make this happen. Queen of Coins. Six of Cups, Ace of Coins, King of Cups. Oh. There's definitely a lot of looking back on how this connection started. There's some justice playing out here. Right? I got the Emperor with the Knight of Wands. Got the energy of getting 3 steps ahead. I get the knowledge of magic, right? Magic in one of its ways, shapes, and forms. I don't care how you want to describe it. You want to talk about the laws of attraction or whatever, or spooky matter if you want to get into science. Whatever it is, somebody has picked up on some sort of energetic knowledge or magic that can be put into play. I love the Knight of Wands in this card even more, matched up with that set of definitions I found yesterday, right? Because look at him in this one. He's got a third eye on his helmet. Someone's gone through an awakening. They're figuring it out, right? And this is right on top of that King of Cups. We all are a result of what we have thought. There's been some conflict. There's been a lot of anxiety here. Eight of Swords. A lot of self-imprisoning energy here. It's an ego issue. Who's got the ego? The King of Swords, of course. Of course. Mr. I know everything. I am so much smarter than everybody else in the world. Right? Right? Look at it. All that anxiety. Why? I can't let anybody know that I'm lying. You're such a mess. I can't let anybody know that I'm lying, that I don't really know everything. I get that this person feels responsible for this. Oh, that's two heads down there. I said I feel like they feel responsible for destroying this lover's connection. I get this is a hard ego blow for them. This is what's causing this awakening, right? Five of Cups, what? They can't let go. Five of Wands, Knight of Coins, Eight of Coins, Page of Wands. This person's working on a communication. You got the letter here. What is that with the letter? Is it supposed to be a flower? They got a lot of roses on them. They're working on this. Could they be moving a little bit faster? Yeah. The Knight of Coins, though, he's a little slow. He just always has been. That's just how he rolls, right? Because he's not used to having to do anything. Right? That's the Knight of Coins energy, but it's connection in the flow of energy. We call it manifesting mode, right? Things are just drawn to that. You're like, what? I don't have to chase shit. It's drawn to me. It just comes to me. 2, 2, 2, 2. Knight of Wands, that's the kind of energy. It's that magic energy in there, right? There's the wheel. There's the wheel. Very interesting wheel on this one. We got the monkey and the dog. Got the Page of Cups here. Someone was acting very immaturely, right? I get that they acted immaturely. They might not have used a whole lot of compassion, right? Coming out into the sun, the realization, what's coming into this energy. I get like the realization about that connection, right? Those two on the bottom there. It's interesting because in this deck I got the dog, which usually stands for loyalty, and you got that monkey, which stands for the overthinking monkey mind. In my dictionaries anyway, right? And it's like that's the spinning of the wheel, right? There's an energy of yeah. What brings in that fortune? Unconditional love, right? They're like, nothing's going to love you more unconditionally than a kid or a dog. Your own kid or a dog, right? A baby anyway. Your own kids grow up, and as soon as they get their own brains, they can make their own decisions about you. But an infant loves you indefinitely, no matter how you treat it, which is a sad, just unfortunate part of the human condition, right? And we're usually let down as children, right? Aren't we? We're usually let down in some way, shape, or form, right? Because our parents are imperfect people. So eventually we're going to be let down by them, and it's going to creates that, that ego. That's a shadow, right? That's a shadow work that you got to do. That desperation to be independent, taking it to a toxic level of not being able to accept help. What, you don't accept help from anybody? Why? Because every time someone's offered help or came in to help or was supposed to help you, they weren't there. They let you down in some way, shape, or form. The most important person was supposed to let you down when you were a child at some point. And all parents will at some point. Why? Because they are just people. We're not any different than kids. We're just in bigger bodies with more responsibilities, right? We just have more wrinkles in our brain. That's it. But we have more of a monkey mind that gets in the way, overthinks shit, ruins it. I like the edges there with a little spiderweb look to it. Two of Swords, a decision had to make about some very toxic connections here. Page of Swords. Someone's gaining understanding here. There's victory here for the Fool if he persists. Star guidance. Oh, the Star and the Nine of Cups. 99 there. There's victory if this Fool stays persistent. The Star is guiding them towards their wish fulfillment. Page of Coins. More coins. Opportunity. This Magician is manifesting opportunities. 9 of Coins. They're very focused on it. 10 of Cups. They want it. Oh, yeah. It's our Magician. There's towers that have to happen here, right? Why? Because secrets coming out. Secrets coming out. And the secrets that are coming out are having to be, and I like that third eye card, thinking all the way back to that Knight of Wands, right? This energy here is divine feminine intuition energy, right? So someone is having to really learn to listen to their intuition, right? They've had to dive into a different type of energy for sure. The masculines had to dive into a different type of energy, right? This has been a rite of passage for them. 3 of Coins. Yeah, they want to build a stable foundation. King of Wands. This person is passionate about working this out. I like that too. They're passionate about working this out. And then look what there's. Got that masonry tools on the pentacles there. Star guidance with those masonry tools there. Temperance. Balance. Seven of Wands. I get that energy as somebody who's had to stand firm on what their morals and their beliefs are. 4 of Coins. This is a solid foundation for this person. I need to make a sheet on those runes. 4 of Swords. They're gaining some truth and knowledge about this. 10 of Coins. It's bringing in new opportunities for them. This shift of energy is changing shit for them. It's changing shit for them, right? I don't usually pick it up this way, but I definitely get the masculine, right? Got all the tattoos on them. The masculine is getting judgment now. Oh my God. Queen of Pentacles, 2 of Coins, 7 of Coins, the Hierophant. Yeah, this Queen of Pentacles also has a lot of opportunities going on for her right now. She's got these 2 of Coins. I love the Sun and the Moon and the scales underneath there, right? It's giving that balanced energy, right? Picking up Pisces energy and Libra energy there. The scales, the 2 fish going with the tides, right? 7 of Coins, and I like how there is, look at that there, the hourglass there in the middle. Right? I was like, a matter of time before one reaps what they sow, right? I get that there was a lot of energy put into setting good examples. The High Priestess has been pulled on this journey a lot. Yeah, the High Priestess. The High Priestess has been on this journey for a long time, picking up a lot of feminine energy in this particular part of the spread, right? She's guided. I get that she's guided and pulled by fate and fortune. That's usually what we talk about when we talk about they see the two beasts pulling it, right? Kind of get that deck that has the mastery deck that says mastery, and it has the 4 elements pulling this person. It's got the 4 of Wands right after this, right? Let's get the 8 of Cups. There's a lot of understanding and understanding about leaving the old cycles behind, right? With the World card, this is all about expansion, travel, moving on. I always say it's 21. It's the last card in the major arcana. I know I always say that because I always think there's 22, but then I forget that the Fool is counted as 0. But yeah, it's the last card. It's before a major shift, right? Major shift, right? Picking up all this feminine. Major shift. What's coming? I got that there's a union coming. Definitely with the King of Pentacles. Aww. I got a union between magic and knowledge, right? Magic and understanding. Passion. 10 of Wands. There's a lot of pressure here. There's a lot of pressure. I said that the other day. It's just like the popsicle stick thing, right? What I got for 10 of Wands up here? Ten of Wands says enlightenment. Oh. I've always got the pressure of it. It's always sticks weave together, right? And they're just on this verge of pressure. There's a lot of pressure. The moon energy is probably building this up a lot. Somebody's feeling this. And I get like the Mercury retrograde and all that, just that chugging through. But then we can come all the way back down to here. Explains this card, right? There's about to be a boom for somebody. Someone's coming into power here. It's a matter of putting down that pride. Let's get a moon card, and I'm going to close this out for the day. Sorry if I seem a little distracted. It's kind of like, and it's like people are like, well, why don't you turn off your music? Because I need it to filter, right? But sometimes when you're reading and you're reading energies, especially when you're reading for the collective, like it's different when I'm one-on-one and I'm face-to-face with somebody, because I can clearly tune into your energy and what it is that we're talking about, right? But when I'm reading for the collective, it's kind of like a hazier radio station, and sometimes other radio stations can bleed through. Does that make any sense to anybody? Or sometimes it's a song that you don't quite really know, and it takes you a minute to remember what the words are. And then, like, you can't understand the words until you know what song it is, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, yeah, I get the words to that. Make sense to anybody? Just me. Definitely pick up with this lightning power. Someone doesn't realize how powerful they are whenever they release this energy, if they haven't yet. They either have released this energy already and that's what's causing all these change, or new moon. Interesting. I believe there's like an eclipse this month too. We got new moon 2. The new moon, keywords, blessing, fresh, positivity. The new moon is a lovely card and represents fresh starts, innovative ideas, and new beginnings. It means something new is on its way to you. This could be a new job, a love interest, or a special event, but something new is coming into your life to brighten things up. This card is a card of optimism and positivity and suggests that your question, whatever your question is yes. When the new moon shows up, the spread indicates that now is the time for goal setting and for having faith that your dreams will come true. Use energies surrounding you at this time to decide what you would like to achieve in the next few months. Be open-minded about any innovations or opportunities that are extended to you at this time. Remember that success in any field and collaboration between you and the universal energies of attraction. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. This card is a gentle reminder to keep your thoughts positive and believe in your own magic. It suggests that the blessing is indeed on its way, and you must play your part in being open to receiving it. Oh, yes, we forget to talk about that. We often forget to talk about that, and that's really been something I think I've been highlighting this whole reading. It's right, being open to receive. That's such a big part of it. It's like you can attract in whatever you want, but if you're constantly like, and it's almost weird because it's the law of opposites too. Because it's like men use this trick on women, right? It's the more you push away, the more women are attracted to you type of energy, right? But at the same time, can be dangerous in the sense of like when you get to the point where your ego's so high that you push everybody away, and now you've pushed everybody away to the point that you're just alone, right? So there's this shifting of energy here for sure, and it's a matter of focusing on like, what was your end game when you started that? Because that wasn't your end game. Your end game was to attract more partners, so you started pushing people away, but now you're all alone. So it's like, how do you shift your thinking, right? Because you gotta stop. And here's the energy of pushing people away. You have to stop looking for fucking red flags in everybody. I'm a giant red flag, right? So, triple fire sign. Stop looking for red flags. Start looking for green flags. The more green flags you look for, the more you're going to find, right? There's always going to be a reason. As I said in the beginning, too, when it comes down to your parents and everything else, right? They're going to fuck you up at some point, right? Or they did. And to carry that your whole lives is a self-fulfilling prophecy of abandonment there. It's a time to shift those energies. All right, blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. I've got too much to do today and too much on my brain. I'll probably be back later. I love y'all, and I'll see you tomorrow.